there. You won't be on there. And just to make sure I can get on there. So, there we are again. Back for another camp. Back for another camp. Alright? So, shalom brothers and sisters in the truth. I'm your brother Moan Todawan. I'm coming to you again with another camp here in the windy city of San Jose, California. Testifying against this wicked devil there, Esau, the so-called white man. And also letting our people know who they are, which are the tribe, the people, the children of Israel, okay, Yasharala, okay, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos, okay? And this is a two-part. One is to give you hope of who you are, and that this misery and this pit that we call America, Great Babylon, is going to be coming to its demise, okay? And two, the so-called white man, you're going to be going to slavery very soon. And that's a joyous and great thing and a righteous thing. Okay, but before we get started today's camp, I'd like to turn to the east and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Millstone. Also to you brothers out there that are putting out this truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And also to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in. Shalom. All right, so let's get into it today. Let's get into it today. So, as you know right now, what's going on, okay? YouTube right now is not even bothering to take down your channels for the simple reason of when you talk about the chip, because right now, that's now the new thing, okay? So, the elders, teachers, and apostles of Great Millstone have been talking about it for years, about the chip, okay, the charagma, that's going to be pushed on to the people, or the inhabitants of this earth. And right now, you're seeing it right now, they're bringing it up nice and slow, because why? They've done their experiment with the first mandate that they had for the last 2 years, and they saw from the data how many people are willing to bow down, you know, for a piece of paper with a cracker's face on it, all right? But that's just only a test run of what is really there to come. And what you people need to understand is this. Okay, while you've been sleeping, while you've had your mask off your face, getting back into the regular wickedness of Great Babylon, America, this man has been carefully, craftily getting ready to execute what the main mandate is going to be here in America, okay? And you've been warned. You have been warned not to bow down to this next mandate. You are warned, okay, of the consequences of that. All right. So we're gonna go into talk about today. We're gonna go into some scriptures here, and so what we're gonna start off with is this is the book of Psalms. This is the book of Psalms 118, Psalm verse 9, and it says, "It is better to trust in the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, who you ignorantly call God and Jesus, than to put confidence in princes." And who are these princes? These princes, your so-called mayors, your governors, your prime minister, your presidents, anyone that you deem as some leader, okay, that you pay tribute to here in the form of taxes or whatever the case is like that, you know, in these prison states, okay, those are your princes. So if you are from the tribe of Yasharala, the tribe of Israel, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Negroes, you are not to put your trust into the so-called white man, because the so-called white man is the doggone devil of the Bible, whether you believe it or not. No matter how he smiles in your damn face, right here, he has made documentation, okay? He's documented and bragged about hanging you from the tree, burning you alive, raping your little babies, okay? And holding you down in every way possible in this wicked society. And this is all over the world. This is the reason why we are looked down upon, okay, as nobodies across this earth. Because why? While at the same time, these doggone Edomites, the so-called white man, Esau, turns around and he wants you to be his best friend as long as you can dribble a ball or maybe rap a song about hoes and drugs or killing your brother, okay? In the meantime, what he's done is he's gone and damaged the image of the tribe of Israel. And that's the reason why everybody look down on us right now. That's the reason why the so-called Negro, okay, is basically a turd here on this earth, okay? We're nobodies, okay? This is the book of Proverbs 3:31, and it says, "Envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways." Now, why were we given that? Why were we told not to envy our oppressor? Now, when you envy your oppressor, that means what? You are acknowledging that he's living better than you. You are looking at his car, you're looking at his woman, You're looking at his house. You're looking at how his life is, and you're saying, why is it that I can't have that? And this is the reason why Esau has used this as a snare. Okay, hey, go to college, get yourself in debt, then you might get a job. Then you get the college degree, but now you don't have experience. See, there's always a red tape to the success of Jacob to make it in this nation. And why is that the case? Because Deuteronomy 28 said that we would be subjected to a slavery for our transgression against our power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, when he took us out of Egypt the first time. Okay, so now here we are back in spiritual Egypt and also Sodom. Okay, and if you don't know what Sodom is, Sodomites. Okay, this is the land of doggone Sodomites. It's disgusting. There is no order in this doggone place. Okay, but here we are back again in Egypt. Okay, because we are still prisoners. You think you're free? You're not free. You are not free. You're paying taxes. In fact, Esau actually supposed to be taking care of us. There should be none of our people laying on the doggone grass with no food to eat. Because we are the property of the so-called white man, and the white man does not take care of his damn property. We are still his property. Slavery hasn't ended. But he doesn't take care of his doggone property. So that he's court is in session right now. Esau, you are a doggone bad father, a bad leader. Bottom line, you have not done what you were supposed to do, which is to take care of your younger brother, Jacob. Instead, our people are living off worse than we were when we were in doggone slavery, which we are still in slavery. Okay? Let's go into, so you're not to envy him, because if you envy him, you're then going to be capturing his ways. And capturing in Esau ways, the so-called white man ways, is nothing but doggone debt and wickedness. Okay? This is the man that promotes homosexuality, the LGBTQ. Okay? Having sex with doggone animals and stuff like that. Eating abominable food that we are not supposed to eat, which is pork, shrimp, lobster, and all the other doggone stuff in committing adultery. All those wickedness. And you will do that to get what he has if you envy him. This is the book of Revelations 3:3. Okay? Now this is Yahushua and Mashiach warning that how he returns. Because we are supposed to be out here doing this work. Those of you in this truth and those of you who have given, okay, given the spirit, okay, and your portion of the gospel to go there and go teach on the highways and the byways here in Great Babylon, America, okay, also known as Sodom and Egypt, okay, to go awaken the hopefully elect of the tribe of Israel out there. Now this doesn't go out to the rest of you people, okay, you Babylonians, you Hamites, who you so-called African, you Ishmaelites, okay, you Moabites, so-called Chinese, okay, Ammonites, Japanese. This gospel doesn't go to you. You can do whatever you want. You can continue to eat dogs, cats, screw each other up in the ass. All that LGBTQ, you can do all of that. This is not for you. This is only for the hopefully elect of the tribe of Israel. You so-called blacks, Native American, Latinos. The rest of you, you can go kick rocks. We're not here for you. Okay? This is the book of Revelations 3:3, and it says, remember, therefore, how thou hast received and heard, and hold fast.
Huh?
What? And repent.
Sir.
What do you want?
You should come forward. I think you should come forward.
Oh, go ahead, come on. If therefore thou shalt not watch, I will come to thee as a thief, and thou shalt not know what hour will I come upon thee. What does he mean by that? When you say a thief, how does a thief come? Does a thief let you know that he's going to come in and break into your house? Is he going to let you know, hey, I'm coming to take stuff from you? No. So Yahushua and Mashiach is basically saying this. At no time are we to turn around and go back into the world once you've heard this truth. At no time are we to stop doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. At no time are we to turn around and make Esau our power. Okay? The so-called white man. Because he does come as a thief. He's going to come as a thief and bring those judgments. And those judgments could be death. And that's why you've seen a lot of Jason now being put to death right now. And that is going to be more often. Okay? That's going to be more often, especially as the elect has been sealed. Then you can see these judgments going to be being passed over, and it's going to start with the house of Israel. Why? Because we're the only nation that was given the commandments. So only us, we are going to be getting that judgment and more harsher than the rest of these nations initially. Okay? You beat your kids first, then you'll beat your neighbor's kids if they did the bad things in your house. Okay? So what we had there, I don't know. We had some security guy that was here. I don't know what it was. But you know, the these demons, they get the word is very painful to demons. Okay, and that's why they come and then they walk away. It's very painful to demons, especially that name, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which is very powerful. Okay, to these Edomites. This is the book of Deuteronomy. This is the book of Deuteronomy 30:7, because one the hope that you have to understand with here. Okay, this wicked kingdom is this: the judgment that is going on right now. Okay, where you see our people. Okay, in a state of misery. Okay, in a state of sadness, here in Great Babylon, that has been destroyed, humiliated, raped, murdered, okay, by Esau, the so-called white man. Well, these curses are going to go on them, starting right now, okay, and also into the kingdom. They're going to get these curses. And guess who's going to be the power that's going to be dealing with that here on this earth? The left-hand side, which is Esau, the so-called white man. So you damn proud Moabites, you're going so-called Chinese who walk around here and think this is a joke. It's an opportunity to go snap a photo. You know, you walk around with your little restaurant where you cook your little poop soup and then feed it to our people, and your roadkill that you feed to our people, okay, and get the nerve to beat up our women that come into your nail salon store. I don't know why the hell they go into that crap, okay, to get lead paint painted on their damn finger, because I know that's what y'all are using. That's why our people have cancer, diabetes, and all kinds of health issues, because you damn Moabites, you so-called Chinese people are poisoning our damn people. That's why they have no fear coming into your damn neighborhood. Y'all wonder, like, you were the toughest neighbor here in America. I mean, neighborhoods that I wouldn't go into. And yet still you get a damn Moabite. Like sometimes some Chinese set up a damn freaking restaurant, some little restaurant there in Jake little neighborhood like that. Why? See that because they prosper. They prosper of you. All these nations prosper of us. Okay? They prosper of us. They prosper of our desperation. They're gonna feed you crap for $5 or that, and you think you just ate out. You feel good about yourself eating that crap that they pick off the ground. Okay? And videos after videos on YouTube show how nasty these dogs are, man. And that's exactly what they are. They're dogs. All these other nations are damn dogs. Okay? Deuteronomy 30:7 says, and the Lord Yahweh Shemai Shai, that power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. Who hates you? Everybody hates you. Okay? There's 18 nations created. Yasharallah, the tribe of Israel, is one, which is subdivided into 12 sub-nation tribes. Okay? From Judah all the way to Zebulon. And then you have these other 17 nations, which includes Edom. Okay, the Edomites, which is so-called, known as the so-called white people or Caucasian, whatever the hell they want to call themselves. Okay? They all hate us. If you think they smile in your face and that they like you, you better dream on. Walk around with an open mind and understand that everybody that you encounter hates your ass. Okay? They hate you. They hate us. Okay? But these curses are going to go on them. They're going to lose their finances. They're going to be the one that's going to be running around going, what the hell happened when they wake up one day and the paper dollar is worth absolutely not a damn thing. Okay? And it's starting to happen around the world right now. The Japanese yen right now, US dollars now is 125. It's like equivalent to $1.25. So the Japanese yen has actually dropped by 25%. This is going to be happening to all these currencies around the world until finally the US dollar collapse. And that's intentional, because you cannot bring in the next mandate without the crash of the dollar. And that's why we're warning you. Sooner or later, you're going to have to bow to that mandate that's going to tap you in the head or in the palm of your hand. And that's the only way you're going to survive. So tough times are coming. And for you people that want to resist, well, good luck to you. Because if you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shemai Shai on you, and you're not in the protection of the house of David, you are going to catch hell out here. Like you cannot even begin to understand. Why? Because you are set for death. And one of those death is going to be famine, the sword, okay, the beast of the field. So these seagulls going one day attack your ass and then start going parking lot and kill you for the food that they give you across the street there. Because they too are going to be struggling to eat. And finally, if you survive all of that, you are going to die in a lake of fire, okay? Which is those 200 million missiles that's going to be shot, okay, here in America, along with the concentrated laser fire from those chariots from Yahweh Shai and the angels that are going to vaporize this doggone place. And it will never be inhabitable again. It will be a monument for what a wicked queendom, what happens to wickedness. Okay? So we didn't see we don't have Sodom and Gomorrah still burning today, but this is spiritual Sodom. So it is going to be actually burning for real. So if you're curious of what Sodom looked like when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua destroyed it, yeah, we can get to see that at some point. All right. This is the book of 2nd Ezra. Okay, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 16, starting verse 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." So this is talking about those ICBM missiles that are going to be shot all over this earth, and in particular, they're going to be concentrated here on America, Great Babylon, Sodom, and Egypt. Okay, and it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth." So these judgments are going to be coming upon this earth. Those vials and those bold judgments will be poured on this earth, okay, without mercy, okay, in the full fury of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, okay, the Almighty. Why? Because the earth deserves it. It deserves it. In fact, we all deserve to die, okay? But Yahushua came down. He died for 1/3 of Israel, the hopefully elect, okay, and those spirits that were created before the foundation of the earth, okay, to go through the tribulation and also to be redeemed in the end and to be saved. So there are going to be people who are going to survive. Now the question is that you? Is that me? I hope to be part of that hopefully elect, and so should you, okay? And it says, "Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?" Well, if you have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua on you, if you have changed from this wicked world, okay, depending on the so-called white man to be your savior, your king, and worshiping all this idols and this bullshit and this crap, and not take that charagma, okay, and bow down to his mandates, then you should know that your savior is going to be Yahushua Mashiach, who the world ignorantly called Jesus. All right? But if you don't have that, then what? You're going to be looking around hoping Esau to come save you. But Esau himself is going to be scrambling around, okay? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, and the beginning of famine, and great debt. Now, it didn't say just debt. It said great debt. So that alone should actually have you peeing in your doggone trousers right now, okay? Because it says great debt and famine. Now, you gluttonous, greedy people cannot go a day without eating something. In fact, you can't even watch TV or read a book or do another damn thing without eating, okay? Because that's what America is, a gluttonous, greedy, wicked queendom filled with fat, lazy people that does nothing but eat and do wickedness. But right here it says great debt, lot of moaning, that's crying, lamentation, and great debt. The beginning of wars. We're starting to see that right now. And that's not going to be Esau going around and stomping up over these brown countries, you know, Ethiopia and these other places with their soldiers are like weigh 90 pounds and stuff. No, it's going to be these Edomites. Edomites against Edomite, caveman against caveman, Neanderthal, Cro-Magnon man against Cro-Magnon man. Okay? That's how this is going to be. War is also going to be amongst you doggone you tribes. You can have the so-called black man against the white man, the so-called Asian man against the white man, against the black man. Hey, all of you going to be fighting like damn dogs, okay? It's going to be like WrestleMania. Except it's going to be with guns and knives, and you're going to be killing each other for crazy. And you're also going to be devouring each other too, because there's going to be a shortage of food. So cannibalism is going to be making a big comeback, okay? You think Esau put these movies out because he likes to entertain you? No, he's putting out the movies to let you know exactly what his society is going to be. And it says, "So the power shall stand and fear the beginning of evils. What shall I do in those days shall come? The whole famine, plague, and tribulation and anguish are sent as a scourge for amendment." And you're right, they are going to be sent as a scourge for amendment because this place is wicked. Look what this man did to the tribe of Israel, the children of Israel here. Look at that. Imagine seeing one of your kin being burnt to a stake like that, being eaten by dogs. Look at these people, look at their face. They're proud of what they've done. They are proud. And you ready to forgive them and hold hands and hug them and call them your bro, give bro love and stuff like that. Showing just how lost and simple-minded you people are, man. You're pathetic. And that's why the Lord, Yahushua and Mashiach, raised up men, okay, with the spirit to go out there on the highways and the byways and wake you people out of your damn slumber. Now, we ain't telling you can't go work or whatever the case is and all that stuff, but understand, this is a finite kingdom. Its end is almost here, okay? Curtain is about to close. It's about to strike midnight. And whatever other hyperbole or metaphor I can come up with like that, if you can come up with more, good for you, okay? But either way, this place is about to get stomped out of existence, all right? But you don't understand that because you don't want to believe the truth. You rather get pork chop pastor out there you know, teach you the good news about the brown hair, blue-eyed cracker that's going to come back and save your damn life, known as Jesus, okay? Good luck to you. Go look for him, okay? And it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation, anguish are sent as a scourge for amendment. For all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. Why? Jake is the hottest head doggone people on earth. There's a reason why we went into slavery so many times. There's a reason why we got punished by Yahweh Shai so many times, okay? Our people will always make excuses. No matter how many of our people get put to death by Esau, they're still willing to hold their hands and say, okay, I understand, okay? They're so willing to forgive, but they won't forgive on their brothers though. Walk past the damn Jake, and you got these little punk niggas who would grunt like little roaches from a doggone footstep when the cops come around like that. But you walk around like that, and these little punks ready to doggone come up to you, go, nigga, what the hell are you looking at me like that? Hey, why don't you take that spirit, okay, and go deal with the man that just killed your damn mom, or just killed your dad, or just killed your little brother and sister, huh? So we're not impressed, okay? And that's why we are going to deal with the house of Israel first. When Yahweh send us back, we are going to stump out the rest of you damn niggas, okay? You're going to get stomped out first because you're traitors to the tribe of Israel. And it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evil grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Why is that going to be the case right there? At the same time you're starving, at the same time this man is putting you to death, yet still his news is going to tell you it's okay. So that is confusion because why? You're lost. And if you're a lost sheep, then you will believe the BS even though it's obvious your life is miserable. So how the hell you could doggone believe what you're seeing in this news media? So it is confusing. It is confusing when one city has food and the other doesn't. One town has food and doesn't. This house has food and this house doesn't. Salakia. And it says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that shall escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So even if you actually manage, okay, to escape the famine, let's say you had a little bunker, you store up some food, or you know, you're one of these, you know, great at prepping, you know, you used to serve in the military, and man, you know how to prep and all that stuff for that. Guess what? Somebody's gonna find you, okay, and they're gonna put you to death, okay? And it says, and the dead should be cast out like dung, and there should be no man to comfort them, for the earth should be wasted, and the city should be cast down. Now, you can think of the most apocalyptic movie, let's say Road Warriors with Mel Gibson back in the day, or any of those apocalyptic movie, and what you can see what was the case there. Hey, dead bodies lying all across the road. There ain't gonna be no workers or anybody that is going to be picking up the dead bodies. Why? Because everybody's gonna be fighting for their lives. Okay? Everybody's gonna be fighting for their lives. So there's gonna be that smell that you're gonna see on the highways and stuff like that. And just have to spread out just a little bit. That's what and you're gonna see that death that's gonna be spread. You're gonna see that death, all these dead bodies that are gonna be all over the place. So if there's a lot of dead bodies and there's no workers to pick them up, okay, because the cities are destroyed, then what does that mean? There's gonna be a lot of stench around. So it's gonna be a very unpleasant time. This is the book of Job. We're gonna go into the book of Job. Job chapter 20 and starting with verse 27. And it says, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. Whose iniquity is the heaven going to reveal? It is going to reveal Esau's iniquity. And who is Esau? Esau is a so-called white man. Okay, the one who controls this earth. That's these people right here. Okay, the Bilderbergs, okay, the Rockefeller, the people who are actually really controlling stuff here. Not your puppet president, not your damn puppet government, they're nobodies, okay? The people of course are going to be raised up against these doggone, these local constituents. Okay? Obviously we've got a lot of wind going on up here, and I don't know why, because any place else you go, there's no wind, but somehow in San Jose, there's always a doggone wind. And it says, the increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, an heritage appointed to him by God. So that's what's going to go down with Esau, okay? That's what's going to go down. That's what's going to go down with the so-called white man. He is going to get that judgment because that's what he deserves. Okay, so guess. And Slovakia. So definitely one of the most breeziest places I've ever been around. Let's go into the book of, this is the book of Lamentations. This is the book of Lamentations. And it's just crazy. It's just like never ending, it's never ending wind out here, all the time. It's just, I've never lived in someplace like this before. This is the book of Lamentation 5, 7 verse 8, and it says, servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand. So who are servants? The servants are the so-called white man, Esau. Believe it or not, they were created to be our servant. That's the reason why, and this is me just saying, just quoting it. That's why the elder will serve the younger. Esau will serve Jacob, okay? So these are servants. These other nations are servants. This is the reason why in the kingdom they're going to be paying tribute to Israel. Because in reality, what you're looking at is servants. And what they don't understand is what they're looking at as kings. All of you are laying down here, which I see a lot of our people laying down here in destitute states, destitute state of mind, have fell victim to Esau's sorceries, his drugs, and all of his wickedness that he's brought upon our people. But yet still they want to come and set up a food station every doggone week to make themselves feel good about themselves. And I'm not going to down these people for doing that, because Yahushua is feeding our people and using them as to show mercy in our people. That's how he shows mercy, in the form of these people doing that. So I'm not here to talk crap about them. But what I'm talking about is the fact that you're in the state you're in is because of this doggone so-called white man, all this doggone pills and drugs and all the crap that he pushes. Okay? These wicked elites. Okay? And it says, we got our bread and the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. Now why did it say that, you know, you got our bread, or basically you make your living, but it comes with a peril? Because every job that we get, the lowest paying job here, our job is usually the more dangerous one. 2, on our way to work, we can have a police that pull any one of us over and accuse you of something and put you to death, which we've seen that happen often. Okay, if you want to go and make any type of money here, you have to sell your soul, which means if you're a male, you might have to bend over and some doggone Edomite put this little peck of wood up in your ass, okay, and turn you into a little sissy. The women have to be whores, okay. So don't mind Halle Berry and the rest of these people like that, all these Bass Pro players and all that stuff, smiling and they driving a nice car. Really, if they sit down and think about it, if you sit down and they tell you the truth, they're gonna tell you they had to suck a rod or bend down and take a rod. Okay? That's what they have to do. And eat little kids and babies and shit on a stick. And a whole lot of other doggone thing. Seriously? Is that paper dollar really worth it? Okay? So there's great danger to us here. Okay? Just to survive here in this society. But if you like to be a part of this society, you don't care. And it says, they ravish the women of Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. There's all kinds of proof right here. In fact, a lot of you who think you're Negroes or you're so-called African American, a lot of you are doggone really actually chocolate Edomites. You're actually white people. That's why you're so wicked. That's why some of you all wonder why, if you're a Negro, why you get along so well with these doggone these so-called white people. It's because you're one of them. You all wonder why a so-called white man will get along, or he walks and talks like you, or he likes your music. It's because he's a Negro. That's why. Okay. It's because, see, that's the confusion here. Okay? Now, that isn't to say everyone that try to imitate what you would call a so-called Negro society is one of you, because that is an imitation. But there's some genuine. But we have a lot of chocolate Edomites, okay? So keep that in mind. And a lot of you Latinos are chocolate brown Edomites. And it says, princes are hung by their hand, and the faces of elders were not honored. They took the young man to grind, and the children fell under the wood. The elders were ceased from the gate, and the young man from their music. The joy of the heart is ceased, and the dance is turned into mourning. The crown has fallen from our head. Woe unto us that we have sinned. So at one point in time, you know, the tribe of Israel, we were the end thing. That's why we're known as the salt of the earth. Everybody imitates us, but they don't want to be us. Everybody wants to dance like a so-called black man you know, walk, talk, be swag, and everything like that, but they don't want to live the life of you. Why? Because the life of a so-called black man all across this earth is one of shame and all eventual death, okay? One of shame. 1 minute they'll talk to you, hey, nice to meet you, like that, nigga, you know? But really what you are is an amusement to them. I remember, let me give you a little story here. So I used to live in New England, Maine, New Hampshire, those places. And back in the 1990s, man, there wasn't no so-called African Americans really around. I never see any. I didn't see any for years. So a lot of time I would get invited by my so-called white workers. I'm out to you know, to the bar or someplace to go have a pizza or a drink or whatever the case is like that. And I didn't even like to even drink. I just go with them. They'll talk. They'll introduce me to all their other so-called white friends. Hey, nice. This is Luke. This is you know, buddy here. Hey. And everybody will like talk to you for like a minute, like as if they talk to like a new pet. And then just like that, for the remaining 2 or 3 hours, they would ignore the crap out of me. And I'd just be sitting down there twiddling my tongue going, what the hell did I come out here for? So after 2 or 3 times that happened, I would make excuses as not to go. Because I realized, as much as I tried to integrate into that society, I was never going to integrate. And I'm very happy I never integrated into it, because all they were all drug addicts and shit like that. That's all they do, smoke weed and pot and mushrooms or whatever the case like that. But I never understood why I couldn't integrate in that. Here I'm standing, I can tell you why I never integrated into that. I was never meant to. All right? So that was the protection of Yahweh Shemi Ashai on me, not to get involved with that kind of lifestyle. The other brothers that I saw, you know, years later that would come up there, they got along well with them. And they followed that lifestyle. Okay? They were the new pets. Let's go into the book of, this is the book of Amos 3, 7 verse 1, and it says, hear this word that the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashai had spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. So iniquities is wickedness. So right away, some of us can make a good case and say, you know what, I didn't do anything wrong, but that isn't how it worked. When one of Israel sinned, it's the entire tribe that's going to be punished. And that's why the reason why we all went into slavery. There's a reason why we all going through hell. Now, there's different degrees of hell that we are experiencing here, because when you die, depends on what you did in your previous life, you're going to get, you go up to your spirit goes up to Yahweh Shemi Yahushai, the Almighty, to be judged, and then you sent back. Okay? Now, depends on how wicked you are, you can come back into hell every single time. You might come back as a retarded kid. You might come back with no arms and no leg and then die young, come back again. You might spend almost your entire life incarcerated. That's hell. That's a judgment. Well, you didn't put these brothers in jail for no reason. Nobody dies innocent, okay? They're in there because of how wicked they were in their previous life, so they're being put to death. And a lot of them who are being put to death on the street here in the ghettos and the barrios, you know, from drive-bys or gangs, whatever the case like that, they were part of that 2/3, okay? That when Yahushua or Mashiach was being tried by Pontius Pilate, who said, hey, I got two murderers here, 2 wicked men here, but this man hasn't done anything. I want to let him go, but I'm going to give it to you guys to vote. What do they say? Crucify him, crucify him. All right? And they say, let his blood be upon us and our children. Guess what? That blood is upon you and your doggone children. You all wonder why you in such a nightmarish hell. Huh? Y'all wonder that? Why your kids getting put to death? Okay? Yeah, even got a squirrel here trying to hear this word. That's what I'm talking about, man. You an animal, you know? You and this little squirrel trying to hear this word. I don't have anything for you, buddy. Actually, I do have something for you, bud. If you stay there, I'll hook you up, okay? This is verse 6 and 7 here, and it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashai had not done it? So there's another damn thing that's going on in this earth that Yahweh Shemi Ashai, who you're going to recall God and Jesus, don't have control of, okay? Nothing. From the shooting of a Jake, okay, to a tornado going and ripping up all the houses up, that's Yahweh Shemi Ashai, the Almighty, doing all of it, okay? So you won't have an Esau go around and go do this mandate. Esau has to do this. He can't get out of this. He has to execute that. He has to be wicked. He was created to be wicked. Why? Because he was created to be destroyed. The so-called white man has been created to be destroyed. That's why he has to be wicked. He is the wicked. We do wickedly, but he is the wicked. He's the image and the essence of wickedness, and that's why he's going to be destroyed. He has no choice but to be a wicked piece of shit. He is the devil because he's a damn devil. All right. This is verse 7. It says, surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto the servant, the prophets. So why is it that we can see it? Why is it that we can see it and others can't see it? There's a reason why. There are angels that are blocking the rest of you people from actually getting this gospel. There's an angel that's blocking you that is sending you over to Pork Chop Pastor over there to be entertained, and to all these other church and congregation, and to go and stand up and watch some Edomites stand up there. The man who takes like thousands of little baby penises and bite off the head of it. Okay, to go in those churches, Creflo Dollar and the rest of those people, these angels guide you, wake you up every Sunday morning, put on your Sunday best to go into these places, okay, into these temple of doom, okay. Why? To justify your debt that's going to be coming to you. You are blocked from hearing the truth. You will not get it. You are not led out here to the prophets to hear this truth. You are entertained right now. Right now you're being entertained with Easter Sunday and whatever football game or whatever game is going to come on like that. That's your focus in life right here. And that's the reason why you walk right by and you wouldn't go, why in the hell is that guy standing up there with a red cape on? You're not curious. All right? Because you're being blocked. Because you are not meant for salvation. This is the book of Ecclesiastes 8, verse 11. It says, rise not in anger at the presence of an injurious person, lest he lie in wait to entrap thee in thy words. Lend not unto them that is mightier than thyself, for it is thou lendest him, count it but loss. Be not surely above thy power, for it is thou be surety, take care to pay it. Okay? So we are not to trifle with these doggone, with these Edomites. Okay? We are not to fall for their smoothness like you're one of us. If an Edomite tell you you're one of them, you should be worried. Because being one of them is death. Okay? It's death. Now, if we tell you that you might be part of the hopefully elect, and that turned out to be true, that's life. That's salvation. Okay? And that's why I mentioned, I open up and I said, open up with, don't be jealous or envious of your oppressor. Because if you want to get that pat like a doggone little dog from a doggone dog, a cave beast, or Cro-Magnon man who's at their base, who's been exalted temporarily for a finite time, then you're setting yourself up for death and not for life. And we're out here to teach life. Okay? And what is life? Life begins to understand who you are, that you offended your power, Yahweh Shimi Al-Shai, that you are to repent and get out of this world of wickedness. Simple dietary laws, those commandments were written for us. Okay? We were given those commandments. I just mentioned, okay, that the house of Israel would be judged first, because we were the only ones that was given the law. The rest of these nations were not given the law. Okay? We were. Don't eat shellfish. Nothing that doesn't have scale on it out of the ocean. Okay? Animals. Don't eat pig. That's the main one. Rat, squirrel, rattlesnake, all that crap. You ought to cook your meat properly. Not to drink the blood. There's a reason why we have a lot of these illnesses from blood. Blood carry a lot of illnesses. Okay? So we have to cook our meat properly. And so when we try to follow eating like a medium rare meat or rare meat and all that stuff, that's why you have a lot of these gut viruses and stuff. I learned that lesson the hard way, because I used to eat my meat rare. Why? Because again, I used to live up in New England around these Edomites, so I followed a lot of their ways early on in my life. And I paid the price. I never understood why I was catching hell so much. Okay? Because I was going off out there in the world. So let's go into, this is the book of Ezekiel. This is the book of Ezekiel 35, verse 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, who you world ignorantly call God and Jesus, came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Who is Mount Seir? Mount Seir is none other than Great Babylon, America. And we had to prophesy against the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Whether people want to hear it or not, this place is going to be destroyed, and it deserves to be destroyed. It cannot be destroyed quick enough. Okay? We pray and we pray to Yahweh Shem Yahshai every day to bring judgment on this wicked queendom. This is our prison. We want to get the hell out of here. We want to get exalted in the kingdom and get those crowns of life on our head and be kings and rule over our oppressor. Okay? So we are going to exalt and bring our voice up against these people. On the highways and the byways, on YouTube, or where all opportunities that we got. And it says, and behold, and say unto it, thus said the Lord God, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So that dollar bill that says in God we trust, they're not talking about the God of the Bible. That's gold, oil, and drugs. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahshai, the Almighty, is not for America. He despised this place. This place is Sodom and it's Egypt. It holds its people in prison right now today, and it is a land of sodomites, vile and wickedness, evil ways, ruled over by murders and rapists. So he's against this place, and we are to teach the destruction of this place. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai. So that's the future of this place here. Desolation and waste. Your days of standing up and collecting free food is going to be over real soon. This place is going to be destroyed. And good riddance. We're praying for it to happen. I wish it could happen tomorrow. Or even this afternoon. Okay? We don't care. Because Yahweh Shem Yahshai has made it very clear that he's going to save his elect of the four corners of the earth. So we're not worried about it. And it says, why is this going to happen? All right, listen to this. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that they had iniquity at hand. Okay? So when slavery had ended, rather than Esau give us a doggone mule, 40 acres and a 2 mule, and say, hey man, look, you know, I had to do what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? You know, I had to do what I had to do. But here's your mule and your 40 acre. A little stipend here, go on your way. No. What came after that? Here it is right here. Burned at the stake, raped, murdered. Games at a fair called hit the nigga baby. Okay? Murdered. We were put in a more oppressive state. So this man, the judgment never ended with this man like that. He showed no mercy. This brother, he had a perpetual hatred. The so-called white man has a perpetual hatred to you. I don't care how much you smile on your damn face, never trust thy enemy. I don't. And neither should you. And it says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate and cut off from it that I pass it out, and him that return it. And I will fill its mountains with the slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys and in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. So people go, how the hell is that going to happen? Hey, did you know that they're bringing the UN troops over here in Great Babylon right now? Because they already know that the troops in the military, the service members, are not going to turn on the people here. How are you serving in the United States military, and yet your government's going to tell you, you know what, you need to go and kick those doors down and beat and kill, put kids to death, or put your mama to death, or take your mama to the concentration camp. Yes, there are FEMA camps all over America. There's 10 zones here in America, okay? There's 10 zones, and each one of these zones have a lot of have those Walmart donated, okay? And if you know the word Walmart means martial law. It's short for martial law, spelled backward, okay? And it's a satanic symbol that they have there for their logo, okay? But they have literally 800 of these doggone concentration camps in America ready to put you people in, starting with the House of Israel. You so-called Hebrew, you so-called Latinos, Native Americans, and Negroes, okay? You have absolutely no clue what the so-called white man has in store for you. You have no damn clue. And the rest of you doggone nations that are over here. If you are over here in America, you're going in one of these doggone concentration camps, where you'll have the opportunity to bow down to that mandate, or you will have your head cut off with a damn guillotine. These are not rumors, these are facts. But you people think it's a doggone joke until it happens. Great. Noah preached for 120 years and warned everybody in their society was just as advanced as it is today. 120 years, he built the ark. 8 saved. And this time, 1/3 of Israel is going to be saved. The rest of you people are going to die. You are not going to be in the house of David. You will not have that protection. Continuing. And I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries should be mine, and we will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord God, I will do according to thine anger, and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known amongst them when I have judged thee. So our people are going to really start to understand, in particular, the hopeful elect are going to understand when they see the judgment coming against these Edomites, okay, and these other wicked nations that have perpetual hatred for us and has persecuted us. They're going to understand that it's being done, okay, on behalf of us by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay, who's going to come back and rule this place in righteousness with a rod of iron, okay. And so Esau has got hell to pay. This is verse 12, and it says, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, they are laid desolate, and they are given us to consume. So this man assumed that the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Latinos are his to possess forever. That he can turn around and do as he will with us, kill us, rape us, beat us, maim us, play games. Hey, maybe I'll give you some food. Maybe I'll give you some clothes. Maybe I'll give you a doggone job to clean up my cat shit or some crap like that. So he believes that that's the case right there, that he's going to own us like that. But we were only given to Esau to build his kingdom, because this is his well, basically his consolation prize to Esau, because Esau wept bitterly to Isaac when he found out that he didn't get the blessing for the everlasting kingdom. Okay, so this is his consolation prize. And it says, thus said the Lord God, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. Okay? As thou did rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. And thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idomia, which is another name for America, Great Babylon, the revival Roman Empire, Sodom, Egypt, Chaldeans, okay? O Mount Seir and all Idomia, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So the Lord is going to make himself known on this earth. The fear of the Lord is going to come amongst you people. You people right now, see, you don't fear because why? You watch these wicked shows on network television like that. There's no fear of the Lord in this kingdom. Because why? Who has exalted themselves as the power? Okay? These people have exalted themselves as the power. And they tell you 2 men can get married, 2 men can be with each other, 2 women can be with each other. You can eat pork. You can not obey the commandments. That he who has exalted himself above the clouds, okay, who's built a space station, his sorceries, with his media, his medicine, okay, that's who you worship. That's who you people worship. You people worship a man, okay, who's created from the dust from the ground, a nobody, all right? But you're going to know who the true power is when these judgments come upon him, and you watch your so-called, your God, the so-called white man, get put down and brought down low. And he's not going to just be brought down low. Oh, he's going to be brought down to the pits of the hell. So low that our slavery is going to make, his 1,000 years of slavery is going to make our slavery look as if we was just locked up in a doggone room with candies and pops and muffins. That's how good our slavery is going to be compared to what is going to happen to these Edomites. Okay? Let's go into the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah 16, and it says, behold, I will send for many fishers, said the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and they shall fish them, and after that I will send many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. Now who's he talking about? The fishers is what you're seeing on the streets and the highways and the byways. These are the prophets, the brothers, the teachers, elders, and apostles that are on the highway and byways to awaken the tribe of Israel, to hopefully that, to return back to your power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And also bringing out this message, this gospel out on the internet, what they call the information highway, okay? So that's fishers, okay? Yahushai was a fisher when he first came. He went and he hand selected his 12 apostles. He hand selected them. They all had jobs. They all had like different careers that they were doing, and he hand selected them. He picked them. So the same thing you see going on today, right now, men have been selected by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, to go and do what? To go and bring out this gospel out to the highways and byways and out to the people, and to warn them of the great judgment that's going to be coming here to Great Babylon, America, and also on the face of this earth. Okay, and it says, for mine eyes are upon all their ways, and they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from my eyes. Now, after the prophets have been set out here to go there and collect the hopefully elect of Israel, and to warn you people of the great judgment that's going to come. Okay, you proud Indians, you proud Hamites, you proud Ishmaelites, okay, Hamites, okay, Edomites. All you people are walking this great pride to warn of the great judgment that's going to come and befall of you, okay? Because right now you see a lot of you people, like you so-called Indians, you so-called Chinese, you walk around and you go, well, as long as I'm not bothering anybody, nobody's going to bother me. When the judgment comes upon this earth like that, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Because the desperate people of this nation understand that the people that actually have some money, or who actually save money, or actually have stuff, are you doggone so-called Moabites and you Ishmaelites, okay? And you Ammonites. So you're going to be targeted. Now, you're not used to getting into scraps. You're not going to friggin' fight back. That's for sure. And who's going to come at you? Edomites, Jakes, all the wicked. You people are basically like little infants right now walking. Seriously. You're not used to the danger. You're not used to a hard life. And now walking around innocent, I didn't do anything, I'm a mortal citizen, it's not going to work. You are wicked. You are here to be judged because you are wicked. All right? You don't have us fooled. Because we're not judging you by how calm you walk. It's by your spirit, and your spirit says you are wicked. All right? So you are going to be put to death. Horribly. Horribly. I won't go into it. I made many lessons about it. Let's go into the book of, because after we hunt, after we go there and fish for the lost sheep of Israel, we're going to go in those chariots, and then we're going to come back to earth with our real body, our spiritual body. These bodies do not decay. These bodies are strong. What they call Superman. And then we're going to go and we're going to find the remainder of these resistors, okay? Which is the remainder of these Edomites that are going to be underground in these bunkers, okay? With their special military force and their advanced weaponry. But there will be no match for us. We're going to go there and we're going to dig them out their hole and chain them up and put them in slavery where they belong. All you nations are going to go into slavery. That is your damn future. And there's not a damn thing you're going to be able to do to us. Each one of us will have the power of thousands of men, incapable of dying. So you can't touch us. So just imagine a world of Superman, by the hundreds of thousands going around hunting you. I will show no mercy to you Edomites, man. Alright? None. I can't wait. There will be no mercy for me. None. I don't care if you're small or great. We're going to find you. This is the book of Isaiah 14:2, and it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor. So that should tell you right off the bat, the people that are sitting over there in our land right now, who are going to be destroyed, okay, in these wars that are coming, are not the rightful resident of that land, Israel. Okay? Because they were never in oppression. They were never in slavery. We were. So we are going to be putting all these people. Okay? You Amalekites are going to go in slavery. You know who you Amalekites are? Bilderbergs, Rockefellers. You know y'all. You know who you are. And these are kings talking to kings. So you little doggone peasant, so-called white people who work your 9-to-5 job, get your little 401k like that. Y'all ain't shit. We're not talking this message isn't out to y'all. Okay? We are bringing up the threat from Yahweh Shimei Shai out to these the kings, the real kings of the earth. Not you little peasants out here. Seriously, you're nothing. You're going to die here. That's your future. We're telling you your future. You are going to die out here. All of you are going to die. Every single one of you. That's your future. We are going to bring you into slavery. You will be reborn in the kingdom under the lineage of these kings of the earth right now. Okay? You will come into slavery, you will die, you will be reborn again into slavery, you will die, and you will be reborn into slavery and you will die. And this is talking for you Edomites. After the 1,000 years, all you Edomites will be rounded up and you will be put to death permanently. Your spirit will be dead. Your spirit will be dead. So your spirit will not be reincarnated back into a flesh body ever again. Okay? And thus there'll be 17 nations, including Israel. And then we will teach these nations the right way or how to do things. Alright? I'm going to close out here. This is the book of Micah. This is the book of Micah 2 and 10. And it says, Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with sore destruction. So now, there's a reason why we tell you not to put your trust into this man. There's a reason why we tell you not to envy your oppressor. There's a reason why we tell you to follow the dietary law, okay, to the best of your ability. Okay? You know you're not supposed to eat pork. You know you're not supposed to eat shellfish. You know you're not supposed to sneak up on another man's woman. Okay? That's adultery. Now, let me explain to you what adultery is. Adultery isn't if you go lay up with another woman because you have a so-called wife here. You know, you're one woman that might not be giving you any ass, and so you decide to go get some, you know, from you know, Susie over there. Now, Susie is not married. It's okay. Okay? If Susie is married, no. It's just that simple. That is the reason why you men not to be friends with these women that have a husband. And your wife should not be friends with a male. Check her ass if she's doing that. You're not supposed to even look at another man's woman, at her body. But we know a lot of men out there, women come up with panties on, basically, and a bra to show it off like that. Because why? The women tell them how they're going to dress like a whore, and so they walk out in public with a whore. So it's very hard to not stare at a woman dressed like a whore, because they're all over the place, because all the women are whores. Okay? Your wife is a whore because she's been with a lot of men before she got to you. So that's a whore. We are all married to whores, and all you women are whores. And that's just the way it is here in America. Okay? But in the kingdom, that's going to be different. Our women are going to be sweet, tender virgins, the way they should be. Okay? So, I'm going to close out by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash, double honors to the teachers, elders, and apostles, great millstone, also to you brothers that are putting the truth faithfully, fearlessly, feed the sheep, and also to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in, Shalom. Just keep in mind, we're almost out of here. Don't take the charagma.